Ooh, child, there's a lot going on. I'm so silly. I wanted to have that repeated on my thing at the beginning of the video because that's funny to me. Because this comment is really funny to me. Ooh, child, there's a lot going on today. There's a lot happening on these YouTube streets. You know, we'll get to that in a second, you guys. I like to talk about that and be a little messy when everybody else come in here. But right now, let's talk a little seriously right now. If those of you who haven't seen, I reposted one of my first videos on here. The video I reposted and uploaded onto my page was a video I made a while ago, like when I first started my YouTube channel. It wasn't the inaugural video, which I made in my car. It was a video probably, it was like probably one of the first 5 or 6 videos. Sorry, under 10, but probably one of the first 10 videos that I made on YouTube. And that video was basically, saying to let people understand who I am. And I think that I pretty much stayed true to that individual. I stayed true to my confidence in who I am and my confidence in what I do and things of that nature. That video was something that I ran across when I was just going through my archives, to try to, rebalance myself. I know a lot of people are live right now, a lot of stuff is going on right now, whatever, but I do what I do. People who need to see it will see it. People who understand it will understand it. People who don't won't. And it's not my place to try to force, anything onto anybody. But that video, I received a really nice compliment, a comment on that video. And, I think that people who've seen it really responded to it very well. And I think that that's something that we all need to do. I know a lot of us say that everyone's here for the mess. Not everyone is here for the mess solely. Mess is fun, mess is cute, mess is something that's entertaining, I guess, when it doesn't involve you. But keep in mind, like in that video, I said the energy you put out there in the world is the energy that you're going to get back thrown at you, sometimes in full, and sometimes when you least expect it. We'll get back to that in a second. But people who strictly come on here for mess as a detachment from your real life, as I always say, I can only imagine what your real life must be. And my imagination runs rampant, and my imagination is kind of correct. And I see it as hell because if you come on YouTube to stir up mess, to get involved in mess, to look at, listen to, and witness mess solely, it's a sad existence, in my opinion. It's just my humble opinion, you know, because, people need to understand there needs to be some type of balance in your life. And if you concentrate on the BS and the minutia all the time, when do you have time for the light, for the good, for the entertainment aspect of it? When do you have time to truly find entertainment in this entertainment application? The first question I asked in the video that I reposted earlier was, what is your soul worth? What is your integrity worth? And basically that video was basically saying that although I like people on here and like I said, my ESPN be working overtime, I didn't know that a couple of people that I was talking about in that video at that time, I will actually meet, befriend, and then by circumstances, defriend. You know, like I said in the title, that video, that the story that that I told that I was talking about then is just as prevalent then as it is today. But in today's vision or outlook on it, I have more of an insight as to what's going on. I have a more firsthand experience of why I was saying what I was saying. Before, I was just observing it. In the past, I was just observing it. And then I actually had the opportunity to live it and live through it. And it doesn't change me in the better or for the worst. Like I said, I know a lot of people are on right now, so the numbers are going to be really low, which I don't care about, you know what I'm saying? Because this is not somehow where I pay my bills at. This is where I come in for entertainment and to talk shit and to pop shit and to eat and to have fun with. But it's funny to me how people constantly say they're tired of the BS, they're tired of the nonsense, they're tired of this, they're tired of that. But the most BS that you guys watch are the ones who put up with that, who gravitate towards it, who live in it, who dwell in it, who wallow around in it. Hey, review baby, how you doing, sweetheart? You know, it's a small crowd view. You know how we like it. We don't care about the numbers that much. You know what I'm saying? As long as we get to say what we need to say, and people who run into it will hear it and run into it. But view, if you watch the video I reposted on my page of me, that was a video I made like probably within the first 10 videos that I've made, and I think that that video rings true today. A lot of people sit back and like I know there's a lot of people who are in the bushes who don't want to show themselves, which is fine by me, whatever, who agree with what I say and how I move and how I act and how I conduct myself here on YouTube, but they don't want to say because they may not want to be seen by quote unquote the ops or the opposition, and they don't want to have a target on their back. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes and the all the time that you spend here over there. Even if you are in the bushes. So this is also like a thank you as well to my subscribers and the people that watch me, even the haters. Because I mean, even if you don't like me, was not you can't say I'm a bad person. You can't say that I've done something to someone that was so horrendous and so egregious that allows me to saying be defamed or harassed or really disliked in any shape or form. What I have done is defended myself, which what I said I always will do. I am the most important person to me. I will always be the most important person to me. I will fight tooth and nail to make sure that I am happy. Hey, what's up? The street committee. What's up, baby? Appreciate it. I will always be me. I will always fight for myself. I will always fight hardest for myself. I will always make sure that I keep my integrity intact. I will always make sure that I keep my morals intact. And they don't have to, you don't have to agree with them. You don't have to understand them. You don't have to like them. You don't have to acknowledge them. But one thing that I always have done and always will do is make sure that I can look at myself in the mirror every day. I can live with myself on a daily basis. I can live with my actions and my reactions and what I do. That's why I don't do apologies. I don't give them, nor do I receive them, because I think that what I do is always the right thing for me. Let me rephrase that. It's the right thing for me. It doesn't have to be something that everyone agrees with. It doesn't have to be something that everyone stands behind. As long as I can stand behind it and stand up to it and look myself in the mirror every day and be the best person that I was meant to be and strive every day to make tomorrow a better place to exist than today was, I've done my job. And if I change one person's life or change one person's mindset or way to think differently or to have a more positive outlook or have a more positive interaction, I do that. But I don't do this to appease everybody because I know that this world is full of misery. This world is full of torment. This world is full of detriment. People are hanging on white knuckling it through this world. And they want everyone else to do the same. They want everyone else to be the same. Hey, what's up, Faith, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Good afternoon to you, baby. Everybody wants, like people who live that existence and that lifestyle wants everyone else to live that as well. And I won't say everyone does that. This for certain people was not. You can tell how some people live their life based on how they live their life here on YouTube, especially content creators and even some subscribers. People don't realize that they give you an insight of who they are based on what they choose to visit, based on what they choose to write in chats, based on what's going on. Hey Trish, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? People give you, if you're insightful and inquisitive enough and you think about things and listen to things, which we're going to touch on that later as well. People tell you who they are, pun intended. People tell you what kind of life they live, why they're afraid, why they come on here and try to bully, why they come on here and try to, you know, be rude, be nasty to people. They tell you all that based on just watching their actions, how they move, how they respond to each other, how they respond to someone who pisses them off, how they befriend and defriend people. Like I always say, you guys, y'all know what I say. How someone's befriend someone gives you a direct insight on how they're going to defriend them. How they befriend and defriend other people depends on, I mean, also gives you of insight of how they're going to befriend and defriend you. You know, because we're not special. Like individually, we're all our own individuals, and we're all special in our own individual way. But as a whole, some of things as a whole situation, none of us is special. None of us is so special that someone should allow us to, you know what I'm saying, where someone should put us before themselves. I know darn well that no one on here is so special or that I like so much that I'm going to put them before myself in any way, shape, or form. And nor do I expect anyone to do the same for me. I want everyone to be themselves. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be their best selves. But if you can't, they have nothing to do with me. They have nothing to do with how I conduct myself. Only person I really can control is me. Only thing that I can control the actions of, the person I can control the actions of is myself. I can't control how you do things. I can't control why you do things. What I can control is how I react and how I respond to what you do. And when you sorry, and when you choose to allow the crowd to control how you move and maneuver, you lose your power. You lose that sense of self. You become just cattle in a herd, basically. But yeah, I just want to touch on that before I get to the messy part of this video. You know what I'm saying? But I just find it funny. Well, it's not that what the video I found today is really prevalent of what's going on right now. People friendly and defriending people was not people doing anything and everything for I guess clout or whatever. And then when it becomes tables are turned, no one knows what's going on. No one understands what's happening. They just saying do whatever, whatever. But as we know, today was really eventful. If you caught the context clues and caught what was going on, hey Lena, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? If you caught the context clues, what was going on today and what was happening was not. That was really, truly an unveiling. There was really, truly an unveiling. There was a what you would call a revealing. Y'all say popping, whatever it may be, but I don't like that word. That word is stupid to me. It really is. I may use it, but it still doesn't really, because pop, I mean, you could burst someone's bubble, you could pop a balloon, but you really can't pop somebody unless you actually physically touch them and they make a popping sound. But that, I guess, people pick up on stuff they want to pick up on here on these YouTube streets. But as we noticed, if we were listening to Goddess earlier, she dropped a bunch of context clues to reveal who y'all choose to talk about quite often. But one thing about let's before we get to what God is did, let's talk about this situation real quick. And people may be offended by it, but it is what it is. I really don't care. As y'all know, I'm going to be me and I'm going to say what I want to say. And there's nothing offensive or meant to be offensive towards anyone. But a lot of people that you guys talk about, a lot of people that you guys reference to and go back and forth with and argue with and do these things with, people like me only know about them through you, which means that if you don't talk about them, if you don't bring them up, if you don't watch them, if you don't report back to what they're doing, because it really what you report back is really obsolete and really nothing for anyone to really think of and talk about. Well, it's not. People like me wouldn't know about it. People like me because I support you, because I like you, you know, while I listen to what you say and I watch what you do was not because I support you and like you, I wouldn't know about what these individuals are doing if you aren't talking about them, which in turns give them power, which turns in turns give them clout. It doesn't matter if you're dragging them, if you're talking mess about them, well, it's not. If you're quote unquote exposing them, just like with you, people talk about you guys, and people come to see what they're talking about. What's the big uproar? What's the big to do about it? Some stay, some go. When you talk about these people that no one really watches, that you call trolls, no one would know about them if you didn't mention them. Which means people go over there, they watch them, some stay, some don't. I don't watch these individuals. I don't care about these individuals. These individuals are not important to me. They don't change my life for the good or the bad. They can't change my life for the good or the bad. Even if you choose to, quote unquote, look me up, or as y'all say, pop me. How about knowing my personal information is popping me? And it'll seem like a contradiction when we get a little bit later on to what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about what's not, but it's not, because while I can, once I know anyone's information, where you live and where you stay, what's your name, your age, I can look up anybody on here and find out personal information about you or it's not. Me releasing it is one thing totally different. As you guys know, people, even people that I choose to have gotten to these verbal fisticuffs with, I talk about what they've done here on YouTube and what they've done to me personally, how it affects me. I don't talk about, unless I'm talking about something that happened on here. I don't get my personal opinion or go nasty with it until it affects me personally, or I don't like you and you say something about me to pull me in or try to insert me into some nonsense and BS. But that's not here or there. Like I said, um, these individuals that y'all choose to constantly bring up or constantly talk about, constantly report on 3 or 4 times a day, no one knows about them. They don't get the heighten of who they are until you consistently talk about them day after day after day after day after day, all throughout the day. Hey Kendra, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome, sweetie. Hope you're getting settled in with your move. But yeah, so it's like I don't understand it. I don't get it. And for you to dislike someone so much that they have a permanent place in your psyche, in your conversation, in your commentary, I just don't get it. You know, I've always never been a person to call people out by their name because, like I said, the actions that I'm speaking of can basically be something that anyone can attest to or be a part of. Okay, appreciate it. You know, and it's like I don't get it, I don't understand it, but sometimes it's not for me to get or to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and I'm okay with that. But I listen to people and I watch people last night, and I'm like, do you not realize that you're giving this person power and dominion over you? And you can say you're not, but the reality is you are. Because if you are talking about someone so often, so much, people are going to wonder what the fascination is with this person. So they're going to go over there and look at them and talk to them and interact and see what's going on. And then I just don't get it. I just don't get it personally, you know. But that's just me once again, Like I said, I'm slightly different. I'm not like everybody else on here. I'm not like I mean, I'm not at the point to that I want to be liked by everyone on here, that I try to be liked by everyone on here, that I want everyone to you know, be my bestie or be my someone that I confide into. I don't do that, or confide with or talk with. I don't do that. I'm very comfortable with myself to be by myself. I'm very comfortable with what I do and who I am, and know that there's more out there for me than just this mere mess and nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the time being, and I'm here to learn what I need to learn from this situation, from this aspect of what's not. And when I learned everything that I can learn from it, I will move on from this whole aspect because, knock on wood, it doesn't take me 10 years to learn anything. While I love interacting with people or talking to people, it's not. I know that this isn't who I am. I know that this isn't what I do. Why it's a small aspect of who I am. There is so much more to me and of me that I don't, what I'm saying, dwell in knowing that being comfortable with, oh well, I'm gonna be doing this for, what I'm saying, ever, and this is where it is. It's cool, it's alright, what I'm saying, but it's not enough. My thing is, like I told y'all before previously, is to come on here to be able to speak to people that I don't know on various subjects and conversations was not without being subconscious or self-conscious about anything that go along with me. You know what I'm saying? Be it the speech impediment, be it the stutter, stammer, be it whatever insecurities that may linger there that I think that I have evolved from. But what I'm saying, as we know, we all get triggered on little things here, this and the third. So that's why I've been triggered about anything on here, because I think that I dealt with a lot of my issues for the most part. Hey, Shawana, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? But yeah, it's just funny to me how people don't realize or do realize it, but who just don't care that you know while promoting someone that while talking about somebody that you don't like or don't get along with, you're actually supporting them. You're actually promoting them. You're actually putting in aspects of you know just giving them hype and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? By constantly mentioning their name, by constantly fussing and fighting with them. Sometimes you just need to learn how to walk away and ignore people. I know it's hard because we're all on like a punk or whatever the case may be, whatever. But I say this all the time. I'm spoken of and talked about more than I like to be spoken about on here. But very few people will get an acknowledgement from me because I know that just looking at you and your presence on YouTube, I hate to say this, it's because it's going to sound conceited and ugly, but you're beneath me. You just are. And we all know that there are people out there who are just not on our level mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maturity wise. You know, just it has nothing to do with finances or anything like that. It has everything to do with who a person is without all the financial stuff, without all the labels and things of that nature. And I just know who I am. I know who I've always been. I know who I'm going to be and who I want to be and who God is molding me to be. And it doesn't have anything to do with a bunch of mess all the time. It really truly does not. Will I be involved in it every once in a while? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Will I acknowledge it and move through it? Yeah. But am I going to live there and dwell there? No, I'm not going to do that. But since we mentioned mess, and I'm going to be a little messy because I was part of a little bit of mess earlier today. Um, in my eyes, I was at least. You know, when I was over in Goddess's channel and she was dropping all this information about the person that you guys choose to talk about all the time, I was just jotting everything down from the name, from the where the person works, from the city the person lives in, what's close to the city the person lives in, the age, things of that nature. And I actually pulled up this individual's whole situation, at least the person, the name that I have, and everything that fit with the criteria that I have. I'll pull it all up. And y'all know it's really easy for people to do that. If you know what you're looking for, if you have all the right context clues. Because granted, there's more than one person with that name. There's more than one person with that name who lives in that city. Actually, there's more than one person with that name who lives in that city and maybe their age across the country. But just based on the context clues, what I'm saying, that was given, I pulled up and saw all this information about this individual, down to this individual's relatives, which person works, like I said, addresses, previous addresses. The same thing that God has pulled up on her thing when she was when Seven Stars was harassing her about her kids and stuff like that. The whole thing that Goddess did, basically, I did that behind the scenes for myself. And what's up, Something Spice, baby? How you doing, sweetie? And basically, like I said, I mean, to have it is one thing. To be able to do it, to have information that you can choose to go to, if you choose to go there, well, it's not, which I don't go there. Because I don't like doxing people. It's not something that's fun for me or cool to do. It's not something, because I don't get anything out of it. Even by doing what I did, that's why I say I was messy today. Because even me looking up the information was not, it doesn't help me in my life. It doesn't help me be my best self. It doesn't help me get a better position or more money at my job, or make or bring home more money in my career field. It doesn't help me be my best self. If anything, it helps me be my lower self. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to understand that all this doxing, all this releasing information was not because this public message was not. What do you get from that? What do you get from it? Yeah, it's fun to have the information. Well, it's not. If you just because you need it for something. But if someone's talking about what you've done here on YouTube, and you choose to look at what they've done outside YouTube to find out who they are and to what to do what, it doesn't make sense to me at all. If they come on my live, what's up, RNY TV baby, how you doing? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's just not something that I get. I mean, it's fun to be a part of the conversation. Well, it's not. But as far as releasing information, that but what I did do, however, I did put the first name of a relative in Goddess's chat and ask, does that make sense, to make sure that I was on the right track, make sure I wasn't on the wrong thing. She said it was. So like I said, I'm pretty kind of sure that some of the same information that she has or that she have received or have people that have been looking it up was not and researching it, whatever, because maybe whatever. It's probably some of the same information. But like I said, I would never be the person to release anything. I would never be the person to too much even divulge what I have on people or whatever, because it's not that serious. If it doesn't affect me, if I wasn't involved in it, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I've done some shit in my lifetime as well that could be looked up. And if you do, I do not get embarrassed. I do not get ashamed. I do not get popped or drugged by what I've done previously. Because if I done that previously was not what imagine what I would do in the future if I felt that I had no choice but to do it. Seems like people really don't understand. Like not everyone on here is the same, and the ones who's always calm and quiet and who wants to laugh and have a good time are the ones that you really need to watch out when it gets pushed to the point where they feel they have to come see you or address you in that manner, shape, or form. That's all I'm saying. You know, we all have the right and the options to do certain things. And like I said, this individual that was, mm, I guess, researched today by me, you know, I don't care. I never watched them. I never watched them. I never, engaged in them in a friendly way because I never really understood what their purpose of being here was, that, but to be messy and to be miserable and to be a lonesome human being, to be a lonesome individual. So all this stuff that's coming out about this individual, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm not appalled. But at the same time, it's none of my business. It really is none of my business whatsoever, one way or the other. Hey, come in, baby. How you doing, sweetheart? You know, it really isn't my business. It really isn't my business to discuss it. And everyone wants to make it about, oh well, it's because there's children involved. Do y'all realize how hypocritical y'all sound? Like, and this is people I like and people I dislike. It really is. Because all of you guys have drugged children. All of you guys have said stuff about children. All of you guys have made these things, and because you choose to do an apology, all of a sudden it's about leaving the children alone. No. Until y'all don't do it, I don't care if you did it 6 months ago, 5 months ago, yesterday, and today you want to protect a particular child that you don't know, but yet y'all still giving this person clicks and views to figure out what's going on. If y'all are so into protecting children, join the FBI, join the DEA, join whatever law abiding facility or thing that you have that you want to join to do it that way. Coming here on YouTube and talking about it without having facts and figures and evidence about it was not is meaningless. It's a waste of your time, it's a waste of your energy and your talents that you say that you have. We don't know what's going on with these children. We don't know what this individual is about. We don't care. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't care. I don't care. If your parent is not doing what they need to do to protect you, what do you expect me to do 3 states away, 4 states away, 5 states away, across the country, across the world? If this individual, I mean, the people be like, well, that's not right, that's cool. um, if you don't, I mean, like I said, I can't protect people who I don't know. I really can't. I'm like I said, it's always gonna be about me first. That's why I think I don't have a pet or self or anything like that. Was that because it's about me? I can't put my time into someone else when I know that I'm still a work in progress. I can't put my time and energy and stuff. That's why I'm happy that I have a self-sufficient husband. And what I do for him was not is what I want to do for him, not because I need to do anything for him. He's self-sufficient, you know, and that's why I think I don't like needy people. I don't like people who constantly need attention. I don't like attention-seeking people. I don't like all this stuff because it makes no sense to me. It's always if I'm putting my energy into you, I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to do what I want to do and do it how I want to do it. But yeah, and like, I mean, granted, any type of abuse of a child or any human being, period, be it you're a child, be it you're elderly, be it you're disabled, be it you're whatever, any type of abuse or taking advantage of or misusing anything like that was not is horrendous and horrible, and I don't condone it. I don't like it. It is what it is. But at the same time, I can't care more about people than they care about themselves. And based, like I said, I mean, I don't know what's going on because I don't watch individual. I don't care. I'm not going to spend my time and energy to try to get to know what's going on because I know that it doesn't affect me per se. And the reality is, what is anyone on here going to do to shake the table of someone else's life on here? Just like in the real world, no one's going to shake my life to the point to where it's going to affect me, affect my life. So if I have that concept and idea of that in the real world, why would I have that idea? Why wouldn't I have that idea or concept in this online situation? To think that you have the power to do whatever you do. Oh. I thought, I mean, if anyone think that they have the power. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry about that. Um, yeah. If I thought that I had the, I don't even want that type of situation. I don't want that. I don't want, like I said, if I don't know about it, I just don't know about it. I can't sit up here and, you know, think about something that makes no sense to me that I don't have control over. And the reality is, no one has control over anything with that. Calling the officials on someone was that. It doesn't matter if someone, like someone can say anything. Like I heard someone say, was it the other day? Was it yesterday or the other day? Um, you can be anybody you want on here. Anyone can be anybody they want on any social media site. You can be who you want on Twitter. You can be who you want on Instagram, Pinterest. Saying YouTube, Facebook. You can be anybody you want to be. Only you know who you are. Only you know what the real you is. Only you know, you're saying, your real life and your real lifestyle was not. Other than that, there is absolutely um, no situation. Hey Tessie, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? There's a lot going on, Tessie. There's a lot going on, and the thing is, I'm trying to keep my hands free, keep my head out of it. What's not because it really doesn't bother me or pertain to me. It's not going to shake my table. It's not going to change the world that I live in. I'll watch a couple people was not when I get off of here to see if I like what they got to say. If I don't like it, because even people that I like, I don't watch other videos all the time because especially when it's about the same thing over and over again, I'm tired of hearing the same story over and over again. I really am. I really do want diversity. That's why I try to put out diverse material, try to do different things other than what everyone else is doing. You know, will I talk about it? Yes, I will. Will I mention it every once in a while? Yes, I will. Will I get in my arguments every once in a while? I will, but that's not the bulk of my conversation. That's not the bulk of my channel. You know, yeah. Nothing. It's the same old stuff, different day. That's the same old stuff, different day. Same old stuff, different day. It really, truly is. It is too much going on, right? But thing is, it is, but it's not. Because like I said, I find it all boring. I find it all tired. I find it all like I find myself on all different types of different other things on YouTube. I'm watching I'm watching sculpting on YouTube. I'm watching painting on YouTube. I'm watching mukbanging on YouTube. I'm watching, what I'm saying, all kind of stuff. I'm watching, what I'm saying, some celebrity YouTube channels, whatever. I'm doing all kind of stuff, but really trying to stay in this section over here because it's like it makes no sense. It's the same thing. Like that's why I posted a video that I made months ago, or when I first started my YouTube channel, because the same thing presents itself today that was presenting itself back then. I need to get a better camera first before I do that, but I will do that. I will get a better camera. I need to get a better camera. I mean, I can use my phone, but I mean, I don't have the proper stand and stuff to hold it, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like, it's so much other stuff that people can show and do on here, whatever, besides talking about the same old thing day in, day out. Like, who cares? It becomes redundant. It becomes stupid to me. It very much is redundant. It very much is tired. It very much is boring because it's the same thing going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and today it was fun for a moment. Then like after I finished, got off the live, I was done with it. So I was over it. I had the information was not, but other than that, I ain't gonna do nothing with it. I'm not gonna send it to anybody. I'm not gonna broadcast it on here. Who cares? How is exposing that individual have anything to do with me? It was fun looking it up. You know what I'm saying? Because the person was so secretive and so messy and such. I never I said. Plus, I never liked the person. It was not based on my just my feeling the person was messy and just tacky and rude. You know, but other than that, it doesn't change me. Doesn't rattle me. Doesn't shake me up. Doesn't do anything special for me. Nobody's information does. No one's personal information does anything for me with that. I can watch a good drag, a good cuss out, a good debate. I can watch that on here all day long. You know what I'm saying? And be ashamed by that. But when you get to the point to where you're pulling people's personal information and posting it, well, it's not. All I can ask is, what's the outcome? What is it that you hope to happen? You have these new people coming on here yelling and screaming, acting a fool, inserting themselves into information well, it's not into business that doesn't pertain to them, don't have the facts, the figures, or they know how to look it up, to research it, to find out what, to make sure before they open up their mouth to make sure that what they're saying is accurate and correct. That's not entertainment. That's stupidity. That's buffoonery. That's lame as fuck, actually. You know, that's just my little humble opinion. You know, like I said, not everyone will always think the way I think. Not everyone that I like, oh sorry, I don't like everyone that everyone else likes. I really don't. If I just like you, I just like you. It is what it is. I can't get caught up in the nonsense and the buffoonery of it all. I can't get caught up in, saying someone trying to be more than what they are. And I can see clearly that you're not shit. You know, I'm not gonna give you a chance to be better. The best part of making sure that you show improvement is change behavior. You know, if you want somebody to look at you differently, well, it's not act differently. If you want somebody to speak to you differently, you need to be able to speak and carry yourself differently. But if you're doing the same BS and minutia that everyone else is doing, how is I supposed to look at you like you're different? How am I supposed to look at you like you're not the same type of individual? I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, people want you to look at them like, oh, I'm not like them, but yet you're doing the exact same things that they're doing. You know, you're doing the exact same things that you say that, saying that you are criticizing someone else doing. It is what it is. Hey, Miss Queenie, baby, how you doing? You know, like I said, not everyone is going to like this, whatever, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I came on this platform by myself. If I have to be by myself, I'll be here by myself. And whoever needs to watch it, watch it. Whoever don't. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not a personal attack on anyone. So I don't want anyone to take like I'm being offended. The only person that I've really mentioned personally is old dude. Thank you for coming in, Kendra. I appreciate it, baby. You have a good day, sweetheart. Be safe. Enjoy your Zoom meeting. You know, it's just so funny how people just, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, because y'all don't see me in all these crazy chat rooms and all these part of all these crazy conversations. Because I'm not gonna be a part of it. I'm not gonna be a part of it. Even if I'm there with them, I'll hey say hi, and I'll fall back. Don't insert my opinion to it because it's nothing to do with me. Do I agree with what's going on? I don't know what's going on. None of us really know what's going on. We can all speculate based on what happened, but you know how we always make these speculations was not, and it never is what we think it is. I would never condemn someone over something that I don't know for sure that is going on. I would never condemn someone or try to harass someone when it's not, or bully someone when I don't know what their true deal is. That's just is what it is. What's up, little one? How you doing, baby? You know, I don't do that whole let me gang up on someone because someone else don't like them or this and the third. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I did like the individual from the very beginning. Once I first heard his voice. That's not true, food junkie. That's not true. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not true. I just like to ask questions. Everybody's trying to shut me down. Who are you? Why do you have so much think that you're so important? You're not. You never have been. You know, it's just, I've never been that individual to just follow a crowd or to buy into bullshit without, thinking about it, thinking critically about it, listening, for understanding, listening critically to make sure that I'm hearing what I need to hear and not inserting myself into stuff. What's up, Deanna, baby? How you doing? What's up, the soap? How you doing, baby? There's a lot going on, Deanna. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I never liked him. But I mean, but also me not liking him doesn't mean that means that I'm not watching him. I'm not reporting on him. I'm not fucking with him in any way, shape, or form. See, that's why I don't understand. I don't understand people who say, "Well, I don't like him." Was not, but you're jumping on panels with him. You're holding on to every word that he says. You're talking about everything that he does, and you're mentioning everything while his numbers are constantly growing. You don't realize that you're part of that situation. You're part of that whole problem of why these people come on here and do what they do and harass certain people because they know certain people is going to fight back and talk back and report back and videotape back and stuff like that. When you do that, you make their quote unquote numbers rise, and you don't realize that. You know, makes no sense to me. Well, what's up, girl? How you doing? Well, today, a name was put out there, a location was put out there, an age was put out there, a job was put out there, a city was put out there, and of course, I used those context clues to look it up, and based on what was put out there was not, I found that individual. But like I said, that's just for me in my own personal situation to have. But other than that, what I'm saying, it's not about, anything else. You know, you will never see me releasing information was not if it doesn't pertain to me. If it doesn't pertain to me about someone else was not, it doesn't pertain to me. I'm not gonna take my time out of my day to do any more research than I did today, unless I have to, you know. But you do that with everybody, you know. You know, everything that I looked up, everything that was presented today, I have all that information in my little file whatever. And it is what it is. That's where it will stay. But my thing is, I don't understand what the whole thing is. Like, why is everybody so up in uproar about who this individual is? Like I said, when Goddess was on her thing, I was like, I got some time. I never liked it anyway. I can wait a couple days. So if someone chooses to release it and I choose to listen to it, well, it's not. Find out who it is. If I haven't looked it up already, it is what it is. Like, but that goes with everybody. I don't care enough unless it affects me. Or let you insert me into a situation where it's not. I keep my mouth closed. I just sit back and watch if I got some time. But other than that, it's not about saying that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, real quick, baby? How you doing? You know, I just don't have the time and or energy to keep. Like it's really exhausting, and it's like I'm starting to look at myself like, am I the crazy one? Because why is it that I'm still what I'm saying, subjecting myself to this? Like no one's doing anything to me what's not, but it's me doing it to myself. It's me, what I'm saying, being a party to the same stuff that I'm talking about was not on the same level as a lot of people on it was not, but me even talking about it now is partly of me being part of that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? And I can acknowledge that. I can be aware of that. I can be, what I'm saying, and not be all caught up into it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I don't understand. Like me, I think that I try to exhibit non-bias and an outsider looking in and just observing. Being an although I'm a content creator, was not for the most part. I'm just observing what's going on. My own personal opinion really doesn't matter. My own personal belief really doesn't matter. You know, and when people I think insert themselves because then you saw the video. You was one of the first people that watched the video that I reposted today, and like I just was telling them was that I think that is basically still what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? It is still actually not basically, it is still what it is for me. It's not something that is you know um foreign to me. Like that mindset is still what my mindset is. Like I said, that was done like probably one of my first 10 videos was not that I did. And that mentality and that mindset is still who I am because that's who I was then. I don't sit back and try to do anything else. Hey Ezra, baby, how you doing? Ex- Deanna, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said earlier in this video. And that's why I said like that's why people never realize that when I don't mention people's names was not when I mention people's names that I'm just talking about a general situation. It's the same concept. It's like it's the same shit, different day. Change the cast of characters, and the same thing is happening. The same thing is going on, and no one's realizing that. So your first video was dragging, and you still dragging today. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And like the calmness and the just being relaxed or what's not is the same thing that I am. That was the first video I had, and that'll be the same video that I have. But like I also said, I can do the wild, crazy ridiculousness was not if I wanted to, but that's not who I am. So why would I even do that? Why would I even you know put myself in that position to do all that? I'm sorry. He made him a plate of food and didn't make me one. I don't want one anyway. Anyway, but like I was saying, can I get some water? My throat was dry. Can I get some water? And he's eating. But yeah, like I said, what I what I was doing and what I was saying back then, that's why I ran across. I'm like, you know what, this stuff really is happening today. People's their souls are for sale, their whole situation is for sale, trying to think that they're gonna do better than what they've been doing, think they're gonna do more than what they've been doing. Like their whole life is for sale. Their integrity is for sale, what they've done before, all that stuff. You know. And it's like people don't realize that, it is what it is. You can't sit up here and think that if you lower yourself to be accepted by people or by someone, that they're going to have any type of respect for you because they see what you're doing. They know what they're doing. They know that they're weak individuals. And if they're going to have someone who is weaker than them, you know, bowing down to them, it just is what it is. We all know who we are. Like in our innermost sanctums of our spirits and souls and our situations, we know who we are. We know what we are about. We know what we can do and what we can't do. And my whole thing is, I can't allow people to um, take me out of character of who I know that I am. Okay? And no one bowing right. No one's bowing down to anyone. Like no one's trying. Like I don't want anyone to do that. Like that's why I like I said, the James, the Deannas, the Tracy's, the Goddesses, people who that I like, they're all strong individuals. They're not weak. They're not allowing people to. They're not carrying. They're not carrying to anybody. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna act the way they want to act. They're gonna respond the way they want to respond, and deal with the consequences of their actions. It's not about um, sacrificing or sufficing who you are in order for you to fit in with the crowd or to have someone like you. No one cares about that. That's not what it's about. You need to be able to stand on your own. And like I said, with the individual that everyone's talking about that on their right lips, if y'all keep saying that's what they want, why y'all keep giving it to them? Like, you say this is what they want, this is what they are about, this is what they do, but yet you're still giving it to them. We need to be mature enough and adult enough to just to let things go, to let it go. It really is. It really truly is elementary bullshit. It's just like everyone wants to be picked. Everyone wants to be everyone's friend. Even in school as a child, shit, I knew who I was. I mean, and people see that confidence in you. People see that, and they want to be around that. But I don't want you around me. Move. Leave me alone. Let me do me. I'll talk to y'all when I come to y'all. But other than that, leave me alone. I'm not trying to be everyone's friend. I'm not trying to be everyone's enemy either. I'm just trying to be myself. And the people that are gravitated towards me was not, or will gravitate toward me, will. Because I mean, but in that video was not. That was the message was not. It's still up. If the person didn't take it down, it was a really nice message, whatever. And my thing is, I know that I am somebody, and not saying that in a arrogant way or in an asshole way was not or asinine way, but I know that God has gave me too many talents and too many gifts and too much. God has given me too much for me to bow down to anyone that can bleed. God has given me too much to lower myself to be something that I am not. God has blessed me with too much integrity, too much moral ability was not moral foreground for me not to live my best life and be the best person I was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and to carry myself as such and not and be unapologetic with that. I'm not apologizing for who I am. I'm not apologizing for what I know. I'm not apologizing for anything about myself whatsoever. Because everything about me makes me me. Everything about me makes me who the person that I am today. And either you have a choice to like it or dislike it. Other than that, I can do nothing with you. You know, I'm not trying to make you believe that I believe that I am who I am. My actions, my everyday, how I carry myself, how I dress, how I walk, how I cook, how I live, how I create my art, how I do things, how I work, tells you who I am. I'm not trying to hide that from anybody. Granted, I'm not giving you too much either because, people on here can't handle it because they're not adult enough to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because they are upset because they get jealous because they don't have, because they can't do, or they don't possess, or they don't, what I'm saying? They can't maintain a certain thing. Hey, Paulette, baby, how you doing, sweetie pie? You know, but yeah, it's just something that, I really do try to be the example that I expect from others. And I think that if I say so myself, I do a pretty good job of showing people how to be the best person you was meant to be. You know, not saying that you're perfect, because Lord knows I'm not, but I am the most perfect person I was meant to be in this moment. I am the most perfect person that I can be in this moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much so trying to just be my best self and live that life and be an example of what that looks like. Because not everyone, what I'm saying, does that. A lot of people put on these facades and these fake things and instead of not really knowing what's going on, but try to pretend that they do, trying to live this perfect existence, knowing that we all can see your flaws, we all can see, you know what I'm saying, the writing on the wall that you're not it, you know, but you're so steadfast and so much on trying to show the world something that you don't even believe yourself. You don't even see it in yourself. You don't even see what's going on. Hey, yes, we blessed, babe. How you doing, sweetheart? Um, yeah, I mean, and not to toot my own horn, but I mean, listen, I'm just me. I can't expect people to like me when I don't show you who I am. And if you dislike it, that's your issue, not mine. You know, people expect you to like them or support them or gravitate toward them when you're not even showing them who they are, who you are. You know, you want people to gravitate towards you and have your back was not for false reasons or on a false pretenses. And then you wonder why things don't ever work out for you. You wonder why things don't go the way you want them to go. Why everything that you've been doing for the past 10, 15 years was not has fallen on death's door. You're no better off today than you were 10, 15 years ago. And you wonder why. You know, you wonder why people are looking at you sideways, or you look wondering why people aren't there that used to be there with that. When you have people that will really support you and pull you aside, you're like, you know what, maybe you should look at this way, that way, was that whatever. But now you have yes people around you. Now you have people who you don't know who have these avatars and all these. Everyone's kissing your ass and you're the best. You're the best. You're the best. When they know damn well they see what you're doing is messed up. You know, and then you look at your numbers. Oh, my numbers is this. My numbers is that. Okay, then how is that translating or correlating to you having something more than just a number? You know, what do you do when the numbers start dwindling? Because everything fluctuates. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. You become popular, you become unpopular. People like you, people dislike you. But when you don't know who you are as an individual, your moods and your opinions of yourself goes up and goes down. Because that's what I always say. Don't allow people to build you up because they have the power to build to break you down. When at one point in time I will have 300 people in my chat, you know, hey, Sandy, how you doing, baby? I would have to like when I was going to the whole back and forth with old dude. I would have hundreds of people in my chat for that trying to see what I'm going to say next. If I allowed that to tell me who I was and to define me as an individual or even define me as someone on here on YouTube, now that I have what 60 people in my chat now, I would feel like damn, why? You know what I'm saying? It's not about that for me. It's not about the numbers. I mean, while I appreciate every number that I get and every view that I get, I definitely appreciate it. But it's not about that. Sometimes you just need to have stuff that's on your heart out in the universe, out there in the open. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to be able to speak your truth and speak that into power. Make sure that people understand what's going on. And not only that, someone out there needs to hear it. Someone out there needs to understand it. Not everyone needs, like I said, not everyone was on here for the same thing. Now, I'm not, I mean, well, I can roast your ass if I want to. I can clown you if I want to. I can joke with you if I want to. It's not. But that's just not how I live my everyday life. I'm quiet and cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm silly at times. I'm aggressive at times, whatever. I mean, I'm everything. I am very comfortable with who I am. You know, it's the problem that not a lot of people is comfortable with who they are. Not a lot of people know who they are. You know what I'm saying? And they're very thinking, well, this is the this that. No, this is whatever you want it to be. I can cook some beef. I can prepare some beef properly for you, but I'm not trying to sit up here and do that. I'm not trying to sit up here and be that individual. I'm not trying to sit here and say be that all the time. That's not what I'm about. I'm always about making sure that I'm my best self. I'm always about trying to make sure that I am comfortable where I am for the time that I'm in there. While all the time moving forward and making sure that I'm preparing myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially for the next level. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is trying to be the it boy on YouTube. I don't care about that. Like I said, this doesn't define me. If I can make a couple dollars off of it, I do. If I don't, I'm okay with that as well. You know, I like to sit back and watch people. I like to sit back and observe. I like to sit back and make sure that what I'm doing is best for me. Back to that thing again. I am the most important person in the world to me. I'm the most important. I'm the most talented. I'm the most. And sometimes I do the most. You know what I'm saying? And everyone should have that attitude. Everyone should have that concept of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not in a way to insult or bring someone else down, but to just to like them to have that mentality of or that walk in life that I am the it to me. No one else's opinion really matters to me. Was not you can either take it or leave it. You can get on this train and ride it with me, what's that, or you can get on off. No one's asking you for anything. You know what I'm saying? You pay with your time, you pay with your energy, you pay with your input and your interaction with me. That's what you pay with. I'm not always asking people for money, what's not, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that at all. But that's just not who I am. You know, I think that your time is more than enough. If you want to give a little extra, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to ask for it. But this, I think I told y'all that one time before. One of my biggest problems is that even if I need something was not, I'd rather work for it than ask for it. So like even if I was like destitute and out there struggling, it'd be hard pressed for me to just ask someone to give me something without putting in some hard work for it first. You know, yeah, it'd be hard pressed for me to do that. I just can't. Thank y'all for the likes. Appreciate you guys. I just can't just sit idly by or sit at home and do nothing all day and expect people to take care of me or have a life or help me build a lifestyle that I've become accustomed to without giving them something tangible. I should say something tangible. You know, because just giving someone some advice that's giving them something, and some people think that that's worthy of being paid for, but it is. But that's not my this is not my profession. So if I can vent and talk to y'all and have a conversation with you guys, and we come to some understanding and some liking of each other, that's perfect. To me, that's more people than enough because I can go out and punch a clock and get the job done, or what I'm saying, invest something or build something or make something and get paid for it. What I'm saying, I got my own means of making money besides talking. You know, but that's just me, y'all. Not everyone's like me. Not everyone's the same. Not everyone is going to understand. But yeah, um, the fact that old dude got researched today by me. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that you know it was right? It was wrong? My thing is that I don't judge anyone, good or bad, because unless it affects me. Like I said, it's always about me. I don't judge anyone, good or bad, about what they do. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't do certain things. But like I said, I did admit that I did research based on information that was dropped in the chat. I did research it. I did look it up. And I got everything in a nice little file. I should do that more often. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. Hey, C Tyson, baby. How you doing, baby? Yeah, like I said, this ain't judging anybody. This ain't trying to say someone is right or wrong for doing anything. It's just me giving my opinion. It doesn't change how I feel about anybody. Because if I could like the people that I done cussed out, I could definitely like the people that, what I'm saying, I haven't cussed out. If I could befriend and talk to people that I've cussed out and still be able to have a conversation with them if it ever happens. Not saying I want it to happen, but if it ever happens, I will be able to have a conversation with you. If I can do that with people that I don't like, I can sure hell do that with people that I do like. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of being unbiased. That's the point of being someone who came here knowing who they are, being who they are, and not looking for, someone to make them pop or make them, trend or be talked about. I'm very aware of what's going on around me. I'm very aware of what's happening on these YouTube streets, how it's happening, and who's doing it. I may not care about the details of it, but don't mean I'm not listening to what's going on. Keeping ear to the ground and my eyes open. Oh, hey, kind to me, baby. How you doing? Welcome. You know, just like I said, and I always had this statement like because how I am as an individual is just in my life. Even if I like people, I'm not blind to what they do. So I always have this in my mindset that I told people before. Keep your heart open, but don't close your eyes. And what a lot of people do, especially on here, is they like people or they get so vested in people that they close their eyes to the BS that the person does. You're welcome, baby. They keep they close their eyes to what people are doing until it affects them. But if you realize that this person, like just say a snake, a rattlesnake is gonna bite you. A dog's gonna bite you. I'm saying, a dog is gonna tear something up. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you create or if you like wild things or you like things like that, you can like them to the point to where it can be a detriment to you. Hey Mia S baby, how you doing? Pam is the truth. What's up, baby? You know, you can like someone so much to where it's a detriment to you. You can like somebody so or something so much to where you lose yourself in that individual. You lose the importance of who you are and all the things that you have to offer the world in that individual because you like that individual so much. And that's why I always have the mindset of, you know, don't close your eyes, but you can still open up your heart. Hey, Discovering Dance, what's up, baby? How you doing? Don't know what that means, so you won't get acknowledged. But yeah, oh, thank you. I appreciate it, baby. But yeah, it's just like I just don't get it. I don't understand it. But sometimes, like I said, it's not for me to get or understand. At least not for the world to get or understand my understanding of it or lack of understanding of it. You know, I think that a lot of people choose to because they have so much distraction and discomfort in their own life. They choose to bring that here on YouTube. And once I started realizing that, it becomes something that I have to make sure that I maintain my distance and maintain my sanity because I can't allow people to you know come into my situation and not be and help to it, be a hindrance to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't mind people just being a hindrance to their life. I do. I definitely do. I definitely don't like people coming into my world, disrupting it, coming into my world and bringing disorganization or not being able to listen, blend seamlessly. Not asking you to you know, become a drone of who I am or how I think. Because y'all know even with my cooking was not I like different textures of different things. I like the creamy, the crunchy, the sweet, the savory, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I like all those flavors in one bite. I think that's what you enjoy more. If everything tasted the same, if everything was just the same old blando thing was not, it wouldn't be as much fun for me. So while I like the fact that people have their differences of opinion and they move and react and respond differently, I still need to be able to, what I'm saying, maintain my individuality and allow you to maintain your individuality. And when we come together, we come together on the same common ideas, the same common situations. A lot of people think that everything must be done the same. Hey, April Walker, baby, how you doing, sweetie pie? How are you doing, doggone it? You know, but yeah, it's just something that I just find, what I'm saying, refreshing. Like I said, there's a lot going on these YouTube streets, but while there's a lot going on, it's the same old thing. Like if something was different happening, if something was unexpected happening, I would be, like ooh ooh ooh. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Somebody wants attention. Someone's seeking attention. Someone's seeking recognition. Someone's, what I'm saying, not telling the truth. It's the same script, different characters. Hold up. Have you ever done a class on where you or whether what? Hold up. Oh, I've done. I think I made like guacamole and salt, like mango salsa online before, and I've done some other stuff online as well. But yeah, I just need a better camera and something to hold it up so I can actually, really do it the way I want to do it. You know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I try to do a lot of diverse different things so I don't fall into that same trap of doing and talk about the same things over and over and over again. Talking about the same people over and over and over again because it really does get redundant. It really does get tired. And if I get tired of hearing people talk about the same stuff over and over again, I know people get tired of me talking about the same thing over and over again. Thank you. Yeah, I know that if I get tired of it, was not people get tired of it as well. because I'm no different than anyone else. I'm just one of the same people, one of the content creators, one of the subscribers here on YouTube. Doesn't make me better, doesn't make me worse to anybody. But I definitely do like the fact that, um, I'm happy that I'm an individual. Like, that's something that I really pride myself on being, as individual as possible. You know, like, I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like people thinking they can control what I do, what I say, how I think, how I feel, because you can't. Um, you know, I just like the fact that I am comfortable enough with who I am to just be myself. There's nothing going on, Tessie. Like I said, it's the same thing, different day. You have missed absolutely nothing, baby. You have missed absolutely nothing. You know, only thing that was new today was that the individual that everyone was talking about, there was some information put out there as to who that individual actually is, and I looked it up. You know, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, all that stuff. Just looked it up, and all it took was someone's name, someone's location, someone's age. That's all it took. But it'll be out there tonight. I'm sure it'll be out there somewhere within the next couple of days. It'll be out there. You know, but they won't be out there by me because I don't care enough. You know. But yeah, I just don't. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I'm always here for it. Always here for the mess. Well, not always here for the mess. Always here for mess. Sometimes I should say. Because I would never be like, oh, I don't like the mess. I don't like it. I wish everyone would stop. No, I just wish everyone would do it differently. Be more inventive when they do it. Be more creative when they do it. You know, because we're all going to do it. We're all going to watch it. We're all going to be looking at it and watching it, whatever. So that's why people continue to do it. Like, if the mess wasn't so self assuring or self affirming for the people who does the mess, they wouldn't do it. But when you get hundreds of people in your chat because you're talking mess, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be there for the mess. They're gonna be there to talk the mess with you, to be ooh girl and oh child and all that stuff. You know, but it's the same thing. Like, I mean, because even watching you, April, you talk about the mess sometimes as well. Whatever you're saying, you get into every once in a while, just like I do. We all do that. You're saying we can't help it, but for the most part, your stuff isn't about that. Who you are isn't about that. That's not how you live your life. And you can tell how people live their life because their content is not about that. You may report on it, you may talk about it, well, it's not. You may, drag a person every once in a while, but for the most part, that's not what it's about. You know, and when that's not who you are, that shows based on how, like, even just how you just deliver conversation, being able to have, what's up, Shakira, baby, how you doing? Being able to have just casual conversation with people is not being able to talk to people without always screaming, yelling, and cussing and fussing. You know, like, I look at all those things when I look at people. I look at, okay, your tone, your diction, the decimals you choose to speak in, the words that you choose to put in place, how you choose to carry yourself, how you choose to carry your words, how you choose to build and continue a conversation with people. All those things are something that I look at. It's just not me just listen to the content. Well, it's not. What is it that I see in you? What is it that I envision that you're doing? Like, I put stories with people. Some may be right, some may be wrong, but they're still my stories and my way of thinking, how I get through it, how I get to it. That's just me. You know, like I said, I try to give you guys everything that I want y'all to have so y'all can come up with the best picture possible and make the best decision possible. Like I said, I know I'm not for everybody. I'm not going to be. I don't try to be. But the people that I'm for, you know, y'all are here. Y'all will be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I'm gonna do anything to drive people away who's really truly meant to be here. Because like I said, I'm boring. I don't mind being boring. That's what I do. But when you're, what's up, young and silly baby? How you doing? But when you have talent, you don't need to be all rah 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 all the time. When you have talent, you don't need to be, what I'm saying, be the exploding fireworks all the time. What's up, D Dot? How you doing, baby? You know, when you are just who you are. Hey, Lady Key, baby, how you doing, sweetie pie? When you're just who you are, you don't need all that extra rah 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 all the time. You don't need all that extra stuff. A lot of folks think that that's what you need. I need to be everywhere all the time. I need to be seen. I need to be this and I need to be that. A lot of times when y'all don't even see me in a chat, I'm probably in the bushes just chilling, watching, listening, especially with the people that I like. You know, I don't feel the need to be the center of attention. I don't see the need to be, what I'm saying, in the crowd all the time, being everywhere all the time. I don't got time for that. I got other things to do. You know, I have other things to do. I have other things to worry about. I have other things to prepare, to conduct, to build, to create, to set up the space so I can, what I'm saying, be creative and just do what I need to do. It does not take all that for me. You know, it doesn't take, you know, fireworks and all that craziness for me to be entertained all the time. Now, sometimes it does. I ain't gonna lie, but like I said, I don't find it entertaining because that would be lying to you, which I try not to do. But it doesn't have to happen every day, all day long for me. When I deal with stuff on a certain level, I take it and do it on that level. But other than that, it be what it be. It is what it is. Because the people that was popping 3 weeks ago, are they really popping today? You know, because what people come to you for is what they expect of you, which means that you gotta keep on doing the same nonsense BS over and over and over and over again. That's why I tell you all the time. On a weekly basis, I lose about 10 to 15 people, gain about 10 to 15 people. My numbers stay very, very, very consistent because I'm not going to try to do anything. Like people come over here thinking that they're going to be all cussing and fussing all the time. So, it's not all that. There are some sporadically spread out all across that, but for the most part, we're going to have real conversations right here like this, and we're going to do a lot of eating. You know, there's not going to be a bunch of rah, rah, rah. But when there is rah, 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 y'all know how I get down. You know, as only if I have to, if I feel like I need to come out here and act a fool for a quick second because people forgot that I can do it. You know, what you do is not always who you are, and who you are is not always what you do. You know, but in most cases, it was not a lot of people that I see on here. They're very shallow, so their depth of who they are doesn't go deep. You gotta pretty much take their word for it. They say they done it. Okay, they're showing you what's going on. That's pretty much what's going on. There's no depth in who they are. There's no depth in what they're talking about and what they're saying. But yeah, you guys, I want to come on here for a little bit to talk to y'all, and just if y'all haven't watched my video that I reposted, watch that video last night, and y'all will see that will give you guys a lot of, well, it's the same insight, but that was like one of the first videos I ever made, and posted on here. But as you can see in that video, it's the same stuff that's happening today, the same stuff that's going to happen tomorrow, and the same stuff that's going to happen next month, next week. It's basically very consistent. And my opinion of it, based on watching it for the years I've been watching it, is why I said what I said in that video. It was just, it is what it is. Hey, little bottle, baby, how you doing? Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Blue Bottles. That's sweet. But no, you wouldn't, baby. I was trying to sing Brandy song. It was a hot mess. I was gonna say let me sing and just put it online. I was gonna do it live. I was like no, 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 no. Let me record it first. And I'm like, oh no, we can't listen to this nonsense. So I deleted it. Yeah, want me to be singing on here, make a fool of myself. But thank you, I appreciate it though. But yeah, you guys, I want to thank y'all so much for being here as always. Thank you for being respectful in the chat. If you didn't catch the beginning, basically catch the beginning of the video if you want to. If you haven't liked already, please like on the way out. And you guys know that I love you guys. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. Definitely appreciate you guys being consistent and coming to see me and spending time on my channel as not and with the feedback and the interaction. I definitely appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot more creating stuff on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Showing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, not saying I'm not going to be doing any cussing people out because if it happens, it's going to happen. But that's not what the channel is about. It's not about all the nonsense and negativity. It's about basically trying to show you guys who I am, give you guys a little bit of sneak peek in my life and my daily situations that I go through, whatever. And then, having fun and, what I'm saying, being very observant while doing so. But yeah, you guys, if you haven't already liked the video, it's not like I say, it's not important that I love you guys. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else, you guys. Until next time, this is your boy Food Junkie, and I'll see you guys on these YouTube streets. Love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.